As soon as I started the video, Hercules walked up on me. You gonna say what's up? Ah, shit, acting funny. Good morning. Oh, now you want to say what's up? Good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's morning is going well. Hope everybody had a good night. That's my bike. Clue, y'all. Special guest. No, but seriously though, hope everybody's day is going well. And, you know, your week's going well. It's middle of the week, hump day. Can't complain. Complaining doesn't do anything anyway, so what's the point? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'll just go ahead and get this started. What's the point? What's the point of certain actions if your heart isn't in it? Right? Right. What's the point of acting like you're for something when your heart isn't in it? See, when you put it that way, it makes sense, right? You're like, yeah, there's no point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, but I find, like, you know, just the saying, actions speak louder than words, you know? So we put so much emphasis on the actions of others. And we elevate it to a point where we're like, well, as long as they're treating you right, you know, that means they, you know, they're obviously care about you. They're obviously for you. Not necessarily. See, the thing about actions is actions can be manipulated. Actions can be manipulative. Like, a person can use certain actions to further certain goals that they may have, and those goals may not be for you. That's the crazy thing about life. That's the crazy thing about people. That's why you really have to be careful of people that you have around you, because we put so much emphasis on the notion of actions that it tends to leave us vulnerable to people, especially people that's not for us. Because if a person came up to you and said, hey, let me, you know, hey, I'll come over every day and I'll wash your car half price, you know, whatever, every week. And they continue to do it, And you're like, well, why are you doing that? And they just like, yo, you know, I'm just doing it just to do it. Not knowing that they're gaining your trust, not knowing that in their heart there could be other motives of them washing your car every second. They could be checking to see if you leave the door open. They could be seeing if, you know, what's your, you know, if you sometimes you park in a certain spot, so they know, you know, hey, maybe I can come do something to it here and they won't see it. You know, there's just, it sounds crazy, but you got to think, you got to understand that this is the things that happen in this world. So, you know, the reason I was like, the reason I even thought about that is because I was reading the Bible, and I was reading up on Cain and Abel. I was listening to a pastor, and then I went and looked up on Cain and Abel, and we all know the story of Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel, and keep it moving. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get into all of that. The thing is, you go back to the sacrifice, right? Because that's what led to all of the other stuff, right? So Abel picked the best from his best, you know? He picked the best from his best. Cain was just like, oh, just grab a couple, you know, I don't know. He said he was a farmer. I don't know, vegetables, whatever. He just grabbed whatever, you know, not the best. And God knew that. So obviously God had favor with Abel, and that pissed Cain off. Again, with the actions, right? Both made sacrifices, right? But what was the difference? The difference was what was in their hearts. Abel gave his best. That was in his heart. Cain didn't give his best. Same action. They both sacrificed. It's not that God wanted lamb. He just didn't want no vegetables. That's not it. You have to look at what's in the heart. What's behind the actions. See, that makes all the difference. That also goes into just, you know, I'll speak on it real quick, just as far as being Christians and stuff go and stuff like that, and people that follow certain faiths and stuff like that. it doesn't matter what your actions are. You can go to church every Sunday. You can pay your tithes every Sunday, every other Bible study. You could do Bible study 2-3 times a week, whatever. It does not matter if your heart isn't in it. The actions don't mean anything if your heart isn't in it. If your heart is contaminated, man. If your heart isn't clean. It does not matter if I chose to help such and such out, but in my heart, I have contempt for them. I'm against them. I may have helped you, but I only helped you so I can stay close to you. You know what I'm saying? So I can be around you, so I can gain your trust. That way later, when it comes down to it, or that way later when I see you falling apart, I have first row seat to it. Because, you know, I did a little action over here and I gained your trust. So now when everything is falling apart in your world, oh, I'm in the front row. I can sit here and watch the festivities, knowing damn well I'm not going to help you. I'll maybe help you, but I won't help you to the point where I'll get you out of it. You see what I'm saying? See, actions speak louder than words, but it's what's behind those actions. You know what I'm saying? And this terrible thing about it is, man, a person could do everything, and that's why you have to have discernment in your spirit. You have to have discernment in your character, because people will manipulate and people can hide in plain view. And it sucks, because no matter how much you say you may know a person, you do not know what's in their heart. You don't know what they're thinking when they go to sleep. You don't know what they're saying about you when you're not around. All you can do is go off of what you know with them people. You know what I'm saying? So yes, in that aspect of things, actions do lead to you to thinking certain things. What I'm saying is you have to be aware that actions can be manipulative. Actions can be used against you. And I want people to be aware of what they're doing. That's why I've always been like, yo, like, if you don't like me, if you don't bang with me, don't bang with me. Don't sit there and smile in my face. Don't sit there and act like you're for me and you're not. Don't do that. Go about your business. But obviously, a person that wants to destroy you is not going to do that. They're going to try their best to destroy you in whichever way they want to. And that could just very well be just praying against you. That could just be, you know, hoping for your downfall. That could be not helping you in certain situations. That could be messing certain situations up for you. That could be spreading rumors. That could be gossiping about you. That could be anything that goes against you. Understand? So, being very real right now, if you find yourself doing that, if you find yourself gossiping about people and speaking out against them and doing certain things that is not beneficial to people that is quote unquote in your corner, then you need to really reevaluate yourself, because your heart is not for them. Your actions may be, oh, let me go and support this and all of that, especially in certain communities that I'm in. I see, and I'm just like, I see certain things. People will go and support here, support there, and, you know, pay a little $20 for a ticket here, or pay a little $2 here, or whatever like that. Come to find out, you know, these people are not for you. You know, they don't care. They just want to be there, to front row seats, to see what's going on, to spy, to see, you know, let me see what's going on here. So that way they can go back, report to whoever they want to report to, and then try their best to dismantle what you got going on. So actions need to be watched, man, because, man, people will use anything to take you down. And you as an individual need to be honest with yourself and really know what's in your heart. Whether or not you're a Christian, whether or not you follow any other faith, you can't sit there and say you're of God. And you can't sit there and say that you believe in God and, you know, you go to church with contempt in your heart. You give your tithes with contempt in your heart. You help a person out, but you didn't really want to. You just did it because you know it's the right thing. Well, that's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? In order to be of God, in order to be of Christ, your heart, you need to change as a person. It's not about your actions. Because if that's the case, you could just follow the 10 Commandments and, oh, you know, boom, that's that. But the Ten Commandments don't go in depth with certain things. You know, it's like, yo, yes, that's the moral outlook of things. Yeah, you follow those, and you know those can influence your actions and stuff like that. But what difference does it make if your heart is not in it? What difference does it make if you just don't stand on those things? You just do those things because you know they're the right things to do. It's like, you know, it's like, yo, you can't do that. You know, your heart has to be behind the things. You know what I'm saying? And if you find that it's not, then you need to reevaluate the people that's in your corner. You need to reevaluate what you're doing in life. Because yes, actions speak louder than words, but personally, your heart, what's in your heart, it speaks louder than all of that. You dig? So that's it. That's all. I just wanted to speak on that real quick, man. And you know, it's something to really think about. So I hope that what I said made sense. I hope that you got it. And, you know, I hope that, you know, you take it, it resonates, and you think about it, and you really reconsider what it is that you're doing and what it is that you do for people, and truly if you're for people, and truly if you're for your faith, and things along those lines. You dig? So, I'm go ahead and get up out of here. So I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. God bless. Most deaf. Be safe. Pray. Look towards the future. Have faith in God, man. Know that He gonna bring you out of whatever it is you're going through. And just try to have some fun in the meantime. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Peace. Blessings.